Hello, you're listening to the Pat Sheranian Show, and I'm so glad you've joined me today. Whether you're on pat.utahvalleylive.com or on KHQN 1480 AM, I'm glad you're with us. My guest today is Cecilia Salverson, and I've known Cecilia, I tried to think how many years.
8 years, 9 years?
9 years, and we lost track. We got busy doing our individual things, and one day I got to thinking about her. We wound up going to dinner with her lovely family and began talking about her coming on the air, and here she is. And I'm so excited to have her tell her story, really, and to share with you all the things that have been going on in her life over the last few years. Very exciting. We're going to go to a commercial break for a few minutes, but we want you to stay with us and come back because she is going to be talking about essential oils, her books, and some other things, and you will want to hear about this, so please stay with us and call a friend, invite them to join us. We'll be right back.
I'm going to tell you how to shake your way to better health. You need to have the whole body vibration machine. You should because it gives you a no-work workout. This machine works all your muscles for you, and it feels like a full body massage. Whole body vibration is about three things: movement, reaction, and gravity. It increases muscle strength, tones and firms muscles, builds lean muscle mass, improves flexibility and circulation, decreases cellulite, helps back pain, fibromyalgia, and osteoporosis. You stand or sit on the platform of the machine and it moves you in a seesaw-type motion, bringing your body slightly out of a natural equilibrium. By keeping your body constantly out of balance, your muscles have to work and react, and it feels good. 10 minutes on the whole body vibration machine is like a hard 1-hour workout at the gym. Call for a free demonstration, 801-362-9552. We will bring the machine to you and set it up at your home or office, 801-362-9552.
Thanks for listening to our broadcast. Please do us a favor and take a moment to call, text, or email your friends and family and let them know about this show. We're live on this radio station, KHQN AM 1480, and on UtahValleyLive.com, where this show will be archived for later viewing. Also, Utah Valley Live is seeking additional programming for our growing network, talk shows about religion or politics, how-to shows, and more. Go to UtahValleyLive.com and send us your contact information and the type of show you would like to broadcast. Are you an athlete looking for a natural boost to your workout? Have you studied up on the benefits of nitric oxide production to your performance? Then you'll want to try Kyani's Nitro Extreme. Nitro Extreme promotes cardiovascular health and improved blood flow, supports muscle contraction and relaxation, as well as nerve transmission. I use Nitro Extreme right before I lift weights, and I've never been stronger in my entire life. If you don't try Nitro Extreme, you'll never know what you're missing. Call 801-362-9552 to order yours today. That's 801-362-9552.
Hi, this is Julia Curry. Join me on KHQN 1480 AM on Mondays from noon to 1 o'clock. Exciting things are happening in Utah Valley, and there's much to talk about. I'll have a variety of guests each week discussing current issues, entertainment, and events specific to Utah Valley. So tune in and tell your friends. You never know who will be sharing the microphone with me, but I guarantee we're gonna have a good time. That's the Julia Curry Show, Monday, noon to 1 o'clock, right here on KHQN 1480 AM.
Hey, this is Jared Munn. Join me on my new show, Ground Rules, every Tuesday from 12 noon to 1, where we're going to talk about the good, the bad, the ugly, and the funny of relationships. Join us as we discuss the games of dating, marriage, and just trying to figure out the opposite sex. So whether you've just started dating, or you're newlywed, or nearly dead, you've got questions, so let's get some answers. On the radio at KHQN 1480 AM and streaming live at UtahValleyLive.com.
Welcome back. This is Pat Sheranian. Of course, you're watching the Pat Sheranian Show, and I'm glad that you've tuned into some other hosts that we have on now. In fact, we have 10 new hosts that are on the air on KHQN and streaming. They're streaming under each of their names, but if you'd like to go and see what the schedule is every week, please go to UtahValleyLive.com, and if you'll scroll down a little bit, you'll see the schedule for the week and who's on when, what time, and who their guest is, generally speaking. We know who their guests are ahead of time, so we appreciate the support that you have given us. Our Sheranian Communications Studio is located in downtown Provo. Our tower is down in Spanish Fork. So we're grateful to be beaming out to you and glad that you're watching and listening. And now I want you to meet this really amazing lady. She's going to tell her story, I hope, of how they wound up coming to this country and what she was doing before she came here. Cecilia, I'm still just absolutely so touched by the story that you and your family have been through. And so many people come here and they struggle and struggle and struggle, and you and your husband just jumped right in and you said, okay, we've got to do something. And you were winners in your country before you came, and you have continued that success, for which I'm most grateful for and admire tremendously. We looked at one time of being able to work together with some of her. Are you still doing workshops and seminars and things like that?
Yes,
so
I am.
We're going to be talking about that. Okay. And we had hoped to work together. So now I'm just thrilled that we have an opportunity to sit at the same table. So Cecilia, I'm going to ask if you would share with the folks. And by the way, our program is archived, and so if people hear it on the radio and they want to watch it later on, they can do that. Or if you have friends that you email, they can come and watch us archived. Tell us where you were born and raised, and about your childhood and how you grew up and got married, and some of the things that happened along the way.
Well, very briefly, I was born in South Africa and raised there. And then I had a college, which I actually had two colleges. One was my own college, which was an aromatherapy college, and it was the largest of its kind on the African continent. And the other college I was a senior director of that particular college, which taught reflexology, meridians, Chinese medicine. And we ran the two colleges in South Africa. It was a 2-year course. And if people did both courses together, it was actually a 3-year course, because they got credits for some of the programs that they did, or subjects that they did. For instance, anatomy, physiology, nutrition, pathology, pathophysiology, counseling skills, business skills, and it was then became a 3-year course. It was a very successful college. We trained many, thousands and thousands of therapists that are now working successfully throughout the entire world, globally. And then, unfortunately, South Africa was hit by a crime tidal wave. Crime just hit that country like something we'd never seen before, and a lot of people left. Some people called it a brain drain, because the people who left were the doctors and the lawyers and those who could. It's not easy to move countries. It's expensive moving house, but to move country is not very easy. You have to become legal. We didn't want to be illegal aliens, and so the process of applying was very long and very expensive, but eventually we got it, and it was a very quick last-minute thing. We had to leave, and so we had to make a decision as to what we were taking. I had 5 piles. One pile was throw away, give away, take with, maybe, and sell. And most of the stuff eventually ended up in the giveaway pile.
Now, you had children.
Yes.
At this point, and because it got so dangerous.
Yes.
And I remember one of the stories you told, you both had, you were making very good money at what you were doing, the colleges you were running, and the presentations that you were giving all over your country. You were doing very, very well, and you had expensive luxury cars, but you couldn't take them out of the garage.
Well, yes. I went to a gas station once. My husband normally filled up because of carjackings, and I went to a gas station, and the attendant said to me, he said, please don't drive this car, because it was a BMW. It had won the Car of the Year award, and he said, it's a hot item. There are calls out for it. And so we had to park the car in the garage for a few weeks until the heat had died down on it, and then I could drive it again. And
That's crazy.
yes, and once I got home, and there were hijackers waiting for me, and I managed to escape them. My husband escaped a hijacking attempt, and they broke into our house. Luckily, our alarm was set off, and it really got very uncomfortable, and we decided we had to go. It's not just that they rob you. The crime there is extremely violent. They beat you up, they rape you. They like to rape the children in front of the parents, or the parents in front of the children. It's violent. It's not just hold up your hands and give me your money and everybody walks away. And so we came here, and we basically left everything behind and then had to start over again. And my profession is with aromatherapy, essential oils, nutrition. I do give talks internationally. I've spoken in Rome, and I'm being invited again to speak next year. And so apart from that, I do the classes. I have a shop where I make my own essential oil products. Apart from the fact that I'm very much into nutrition, and I believe that you are what you eat, you become what you eat, everything that goes into the body is extremely important. It becomes our hair, our skin, our nails. It becomes the hormones we secrete. It becomes our moods, our personality, our happiness, our depression, our sadness. And so because we become what we eat, it's also important that what we put onto our bodies is pure as well, because if you are eating chemical cocktails and chemical foods, eating and drinking these things, and then you're applying products that are laced with colorings and artificial fragrances and parabens and lauryl sulfates and all of these chemicals, it's a double risk. It's a double health risk, because you're eating badly and you're putting bad stuff on your body. So if you eat well and you put healthy, natural things on your body, we've only been given this body for this life, and it's a win-win situation. It's important, very important.
It was about, as we said, almost 10 years ago when we met, and when I realized that she was able to mix all of these various oils by herself, then I had to get inside of her head and find out the kind of student she had become in order to do this. And truthfully, it's been your whole life. You have been involved in these types of products. And with that in your other background, you realized what it was doing inside, outside, to your hair and your mood and all those things. We are way behind the curve here. You do realize that, don't you? Because when we met, I went, I've heard of essential oils, but I didn't know a lot about them or the difference between them, because after we chatted a little bit, I realized that the essential oils that I'm familiar with from health food stores, and at that time I was actually running a health food store, but your products were so different in the way they were put together. And by the time you get many products, they've been pasteurized to death, and not much is left. And so I really want to hear a little bit more about your background, the kind of training you had, and what have you made available for folks in our community. Cecilia lives right here in Provo, Utah, and her office is very near Timpview High School. And so we're going to tell you the address, give you the address of that. But before we get to that a little bit, is there an email they can send because people come in and out of our program, so our website they can look up?
Yes, the email is Lifestyle Institution.
Wait a minute, Lifestyle Institution
at gmail.com.
At Gmail, okay.
And the website is Cecilia's Products.
Let's spell that for them.
CECILIAS Products, plural, .com.
Okay, so it's Cecilia'sProducts.com.
Yes.
And the S stands for your last name, Salverson also, but it's plural.
It's Cecilia's without the apostrophe.
Right.
And then products is plural.
Okay, so we've got that. So Cecilia's with an S, products with an S.com.
Correct.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Now, from there, can they look at your products, go through each one of them on the website?
Yes.
And the email address, Lifestyle Institution, right?
Correct.
At gmail.com.
Mm-hmm.
Now, is there a phone number?
801-486-8255. 434-5467.
Okay, the phone number is 801-434-5467. 434-5467. And so let's go back and get your background. And were you considered a doctor?
No, I studied complementary medicine. I have a diploma in complementary medicine, and then
What does that mean to?
with the complementary medicine, it was being able to offer advice to any person, baby, child, adult, using alternatives. The government in South Africa didn't like the word alternative because they said it wasn't an alternative to medicine, it complemented. And so they preferred the word complementary medicine. And complementary medicine was using anything natural to help the body, to help people, to help with conditions. And so nutrition played a huge part. And because my book says you become what you eat, therefore let food be thy medicine. And that's exactly it.
Now,
And
can they order this online?
yes, they can, or pick it up at the shop.
Now, the first edition I saw of this was quite different. It was very girly and very sweet, and I love the picture on the back, all this marvelous hair that she has. She still looks like her kids, teenager. You become what you eat, therefore let food be thy medicine by Cecilia Salveson, Salvesen. It is a book everyone should have, whether you want to use oils or what you want to do, but it does talk about it. Now, she said she's not only brought it up to date, but she put it more in American culture so that we could better understand what she has written here. So let's talk a little bit more about your background, and then let's talk about this book.
Right. Basically, with the complementary medicine, there were other things that I did: therapeutic aromatherapy, therapeutic reflexology. The difference in South Africa was big. The therapeutic meant that you had gone through a college that was recognized by the government and the Department of Education and the Council of Higher Education. Reflexologists were illegal as such because they weren't properly trained, they weren't registered. So if you had a certificate from the council, the health department, that said therapeutic, it meant you had the correct training. So I had therapeutic aromatherapy, therapeutic reflexology, and then anatomy, physiology, pathology, and all the other things required, plus the complementary medicine.
And where did you went to college to get these?
Yes, I did.
Certificates?
In South Africa.
Is that what they're called, certificates?
Diplomas.
Diplomas. Would that translate in our country?
No, it's not recognized here, and
Which
so
is really too bad.
yes. So I had to go back to massage school just to get a license to be able
You could have
to
taught those
touch.
classes blindfolded. I know that for sure.
Well, I had to get a license to touch, and so
So you had to go back through the schooling.
yes,
And then you set up your own business.
yes. And I do treatments. I do, there's variations of treatments. I do consultations for people who are struggling with health. And what I do in my consultations, I work threefold. One, I will identify the cause. Two, I will offer a solution. But three, the client actively has to participate in the solution. I cannot eat for them. I cannot live their lifestyle for them. So I will identify the foods that are causing the problems, and I will offer solutions, alternatives, and then it's up to them whether they actually do it. There's been some amazing success stories, and then there are also people who don't want to change their lifestyle. They want to go the fast food way.
Well, I can tell you one thing. She gives a great treatment, and I can't even remember, but I know it was a massage. And I felt so good. I didn't want to leave. I was going to move in and stay in the office. It was wonderful. And as you were working with me, you were talking food. And I have been able to cut out some of the food that I was eating. I've also learned that we create most of our illnesses by what we're putting in our body. In fact, all of them.
Exactly.
And so I'm on a path now to do better and to be healthier because I've lost a lot of friends. I feel they created their cancer and they created their diabetes. I did that. I'm no longer diabetic. And so I've gone after things that would help me be free of radicals running around and things that had more antioxidant. And so now I want to learn more about these products. And I want to talk a little bit about, you give presentations to whom, and you have workshops where and when, and give us an idea of how other people can get involved with you and enjoy the skills that you have and then become more like you.
Thank you. I work out of, it's a building I think almost everybody in Provo knows. It's next to the Timpview Seminary building. It's in Quail Valley Drive, 890 Quail Valley Drive. There's a gray building there, and most people, the minute I say the gray building next to Timpview Seminary building, they say, oh, I know exactly where that is. That's where my clinic is, that's where the shop is, and I work from there, and I hold workshops, I do lectures from there. Lectures are on nutrition. I lecture on essential oils. I do workshops on essential oils, and I like to make essential oils available. My essential oils that I use in my products are extremely good, but they are at very low prices because I basically just cover my costs and people are able to get it at what I get it for. I'm not a multi-level marketing company, so I don't mark up 28 times. I don't pay 8 deep. And so they are very, very affordable. I don't have huge corporate offices. And
so your overhead is very reasonable.
Exactly. So I'm able to offer extremely good quality essential oils at extremely good prices. So I have workshops on essential oils, on the nutrition, and then I do lectures. One of the lectures I do is the 13 stages of disease, how people can recognize that their body is in trouble because there are signs and symptoms, and so they learn to read the signs and symptoms. Other workshops that I do is on reading the meridians in the body so that when the energy pathways become blocked and people have a pain, no matter where it is, that they can identify which organ it is coming from. And I also teach on you become what you eat so that people can learn what to feed their babies, and even before they fall pregnant and when they are pregnant. And it's just so important because a lot of people are under the impression that there's this little factory in our bodies that will just make us healthy no matter what we eat or drink. It's not so. So when we're pregnant, we need to be very careful of how we eat as well, because the baby takes in the nutrients that we're putting into our body. And yes, breast is best, but breast milk is only as good as the raw materials we put in. People who are alcoholics or drug addicts, that all goes through to the babies. We know that. And so it's important that the healthier the food, the better quality, the breast milk, the healthier the baby. And I have mothers that will come to me and say, I can't get my children to sleep at night, and they're giving them cereal for dinner. So of course they're going to have energy. Of course they're going to be awake. They give them protein and vegetables and they sleep through the night. And when parents come and say, I can't get my child to eat vegetables, children don't do the shopping. They don't bring the food into their house. They don't prepare the food or put it on the table. Then I ask the parents, well, what are you feeding them? And it's so important to train babies. And there's a technique. How to program the baby's brain, because when babies are born, their brain is like a blank computer, and everything they see, touch, smell gets registered. And so with food as well. So when babies are little, from about 4.5, 5 months, if you just take your finger and put it through the mashed potatoes and put it through their mouth, they taste it, they register that. Let them suck on a carrot, on a cucumber, on a tomato, their brain will register that. But give them a cookie, give them cereal, their brain will register that as well.
This is another book we're going to talk about when we come back from commercial break. I want her to explain this to you because I have seen this book around town, so that you have it in other places. Can we buy it online?
Yes, and the herb shop has it as well.
Okay, that must be where I've seen it. This is a wonderful book, Aromatherapy for Natural Health and Beauty by Cecilia Salverson. And so I want her to tell you a little bit about this, and then we're going to go through some of these products in front of us. Where did the ingredients come from? What are they? What will they do for us? And again, some prices so that we know what we're talking about when we get hold of you on the phone. Okay, we'll be right back. Stay with us.
Hello, my name is Lawrence Law, CEO of Vantage Credit Alliance. We have the opportunity to share with you some credit repair tips and strategies, how to get out of debt and stay out. The cost of bad
Marilyn
credit.
Starr Harris, author of Unlocking Your Beauty Code. As a beauty professional business owner, I love helping women create stunning natural beauty. I've discovered my full beauty mastery program takes women and men from a winning first impression through steps to achieve lasting influence. It's helped thousands of women control their beauty day by day. Tune in to KHQN 1480 AM Tuesdays at 1 p.m. or UtahValleyLive.com. I'm Marilyn
Hi, I'm
Starr.
Mary Louise Zeller, an independent distributor with Kayani. I, in 3 years, have achieved the rank of Blue Diamond. Let me tell you about one of Kayani's 3 products they call the Triangle of Health. It's called Sunset, Kayani Sunset. It's based on wild Alaskan sockeye salmon, so it's a very, very high quality omega-3 fish oil. And it's guaranteed to be free of toxic chemicals like cadmium, mercury, PCBs, all of which cause cancer. But this is guaranteed to be mercury-free. What makes this product a breakthrough in human health product, though, are the vitamin E tocotrienols that it's preserved by. And these tocotrienols, if you even go to PubMed.gov, Public Medicine, the U.S. National Medical Library online, put in the search box tocotrienols, and you will see that if it's not talking about cardiovascular health, brain health, it's talking about being anti-tumor, anti-cancer. This product is a breakthrough in human health.
Thanks
Hi,
for
I'm
listening to our broadcast. Please do us a favor and take a moment to call, text, or email your friends and family and let them know about this show. We're live on this radio station, KHQN AM 1480, and on UtahValleyLive.com, where this show will be archived for later viewing. Also, Utah Valley Live is seeking additional programming for our growing network, talk shows about religion or politics, how-to shows, and more. Go to UtahValleyLive.com and send us your contact information and the type of show you would like to broadcast.
Hi, I'm Roger Strong. I'm here to tell you about Tidbits of Utah County. No death, divorce, devastation, or destruction, just good news for good people. You'll find us everywhere in Utah Valley, in doctors' offices, restaurants, mechanic shops, anywhere that people wait. We have over 35 features of fun, family-friendly entertainment. To find a paper or to advertise, call Roger at 801-616-6288. Again, that's Roger at 801-616-6288. We're Tidbits of Utah County, the happy paper for Happy Valley.
LDS members have unique questions when moving out of state. LDSagents.com has answers. Since 1999, LDSagents.com has been a free nationwide service connecting you with over 3,000 real estate agents who understand your needs. Tell your family members about LDSagents.com.
Carol Stevens, host of Being with Carol. Every Wednesday from 1 to 2, please join me. I will be sharing information about a new store in the University Mall next to the food court, E-Causeway. We have hundreds of items from health food bars to water filtration systems, all high-quality items at huge discounted prices. E-Causeway. I'm Carol Stevens, looking forward to being with you every Wednesday from 1 to 2. Hi!
We're back. This is Pat Sheranian. My guest today is Cecilia Salveson, and she is absolutely amazing in talking to us about things that we can only take into our bodies and get better and feel better for it. So we're going to talk just a little bit about this book, Aromatherapy for Natural Health and Beauty, that she has written, and I think you set the standards for all of this.
Yes, the book was called Aromatherapy for Natural Health and Beauty because my college in South Africa was called Natural Health and Beauty College. And in South Africa, when we went for government recognition, the educations had to be written for the profession. So when we eventually, because like everything, it started off not being recognized by the government. So reflexology, aromatherapy, massage, all of these alternative or complementary modalities had to get government recognition. So we had to prove to the government first with our application research that one, our therapies were not harmful, and two, that they worked. And then we had to write the unit standards for education, and a board was formed, and I was gazetted by the South African government to come onto the board. There were 10 of us, and we wrote the unit standards for, some wrote for massage and reflexology, and I was on the board to assist in writing for aromatherapy.
Amazing. This is a workbook. This is a workbook that you use.
Absolutely.
That, in your classes, and since we've mentioned that, her schedule is not out for this year, but if you will continue going to her website, it's in the process of being upgraded. So if you'll just look again at her website from time to time and see when her next classes / seminars are going to be held. That website again is Cecilia's with an S, I can't even read my own writing. CECILIAS as in Sam, CECILIAS products with an S.com. So take time to look at that, and hopefully by the end of the month, the next few weeks, you'll have that site up with your new schedule, because
yes,
I have been threatening to take these classes. I'm going to figure out how to do it now because I'm really interested in this. I do believe we can take care of a lot of problems that we have in our own bodies if we will pay, one, attention to what we're eating, and two, if we'll take the correct products. I have been on Kyani for the last 18 months. I'm very happy with those products, but I need to look at something for the skin now and my arms. And this climate during the winter is so dry, so we need to talk about that. And I need to get into products that will help. Now, if all of this you didn't get, let me give you her phone number, which is 801-434-5467. 434-5467. And Cecilia Salveson will be happy to work with you, ship books to you wherever you are around the country, around the world, and share with you all of her information. So tell me a little bit about this book, what they're going to find when they read this. We also have this one, You Become What You Eat, Therefore Let Food Be Thy Medicine. So, but this is the big one. On the radio, this is a large purple cover with fruits and aromatherapy-looking things and flowers and all kinds of things on the front of it. It's a beautiful book. It says aromatherapy at the top. You Become What You Eat is a beautiful picture. This looks like your daughter. Does it happen to be?
It does. It wasn't my idea, but I was spoken into it because she really is a picture of you become what you eat.
Beautiful, beautiful young lady. And I met her this is the young lady that worked for me a little while. Yes, absolutely.
It is.
And I suddenly realized when I turned it around, because her eyes are so blue, beautiful. She has the coloring of Elizabeth Taylor, the light skin, the bluish purple eyes, and the dark hair. For the radio audience. So this one is You Become What You Eat. The other one says aromatherapy on it, and they're both available online, correct?
Correct.
And they can call you at 434-5467, 801, if they would like to just call direct and speak with you about these books. Now, tell a little bit about what's in the aromatherapy.
The aromatherapy book, Pat, I've had people write to me from all over the world because the book has gone globally. And people have thanked me because normally with aromatherapy, you have to buy a book that will tell you about oils and a book that will tell you about carrier oils and a book about the chemical constituents. And this book has everything. This book teaches you what aromatherapy is, how to use it, how to formulate, how to establish your basic kit in essential oils. It also teaches about the essential oils, and then it goes further. It teaches how to do massage, but there's massage for adults and for pregnant women, labor, babies and children. So it covers essential oils for everybody. It has the chemical constituents in there, which tells you why the essential oils work the way they do and have the properties they have, why oils are antifungal, antiseptic, antiviral. And it is a book that contains everything. It's complete.
It really does. I'm just looking at your chapters here, and I can't think of anything in the world you might have left out. and it's all done alphabetically, so you can look various things up all the way through this. There are tables. You've proven your point. And wonderful photographs. I mean, this is a wonderful book. Everyone should have this, for goodness sakes. Aromatherapy, Natural Health and Beauty. She's working on another book, and I just found that out. So tell us about the one coming out.
The one that is coming out is really going to be, I think, good for everybody to have. It is a book where I have taken, basically when clients come to see me and I consult with them and I teach them how to change their lifestyle to a better lifestyle, but I don't always have the time in a consultation to do that. So I sat down and I wrote everything that could help somebody. So if somebody took that book, it will tell them why they shouldn't eat the foods they eat, what it causes, and why good foods are healthy. And I've basically taken as much as I could from my head and put it onto paper. And it's a book that's going to be complete. The delay that has caused is I wrote meal planners. And once I wrote the meal planners, I realized I have to write the recipes to go with the meal planners. And so that's what I'm busy with at the moment.
Oh, you
just
go back and put the recipes together.
Yes. Just finishing off with the recipes, and then the book will go to print soon.
What is the name of it?
It's a healthy lifestyle, a healthy guideline to lifestyle. Or I can't remember. Guideline to healthy lifestyle?
That sounds good.
I think that's what it is, a guideline to healthy lifestyle.
And again, it's going to be on your website, which is ceciliasproducts.com. And that's easy enough to find, for goodness sakes.
Yes.
Her email, if you'd like to email her, is lifestyleinstitution@gmail.com, right?
Correct.
And you've got seminars coming up, workshops coming up. You're going to be speaking at various places. So if you have an interest in this, instead of getting involved in a company that you really don't know anything about and you won't learn a great deal, because everything is proprietary to that company. Cecilia is very open about what she has here. We're going to take the next few minutes and talk about the products. I want to get into some of them, and I see some things that are new, and they're in different groups, and this smells really good. So let's start back here at the back.
These are perfumes. There are 5. These are spray perfumes. I also have roll-on perfumes. And the roll-on perfume is the citrus blossom is fantastic because it's very relaxing and soothing. All of these products are made with pure essential oils. And the citrus blossom, for somebody who suffers with anxiety or stress, and if you feel anxiety coming on or you feel stressed and you simply apply it to your wrists and by your ears, you can even put a little bit on the forehead or the nape of your neck, at the back of the neck. Apart from smelling
I'm covering
good,
for the radio audience. I'm sitting here putting this all the places she's talking about. Now, when she said roll-on, I went right to a deodorant. It's not in that size bottle. The bottle's about 2.5 inches. It's very small. You could easily put it in a pocket or a purse and carry this. And why wouldn't somebody have this all the time? And it smells a little bit like lemon.
Orange and lemon, lots of
orange,
citrus oils in there because they are calming and soothing
Which
and
is
relaxing.
why it's called citrus blossom.
Yes.
Okay, and so a little stress, a little anxiety. Mm-hmm. And is it the odor that we react to?
Well, yes, because essential oils work through the olfactory nerve, which is the sense of smell. And then once it enters into the nervous system, you've got the hippocampus and the amygdala, and that is where calming and soothing factors take place.
It smells good.
And also, because it's a roll-on, you apply it to the skin, and it absorbs into the skin and gets into the bloodstream, and it has its effect where from the bloodstream it goes to the cells.
Okay, I want one of these and one of those and one of those and one of those. Okay, this is really good. I like this. I've calmed down immediately. There you go. All right, what next?
The deodorants are also 100% pure.
Now, did Lawrence ask about that before he left the studio? the fellow that left, did you tell him about this? He was looking for a deodorant with natural, that was all natural.
We didn't talk. No.
Okay, so I heard that, so we'll have to he's listening, I think. So let's talk to people. Is this good for men and women?
Yes, I have one for pregnancy because, again, for pregnant women, it is so important that they are careful what they put into their bodies. I have different ones. And the nice thing, too, is I formulate for whatever people want. I just recently had somebody come in and say, can you make ginger and orange? And I said, sure. So they have a deodorant with ginger and orange. And somebody wanted lemongrass, and so they have lemongrass. And I private label as well. There are people who I formulate for and private label, and then people can come in.
So they can have their own line. They can start their own line.
And they can come to the shop and make their own products too. We help them to do that.
That's really interesting. That would be fun. That would be
like
fun. All right, so these right here, this is a deodorant. And what's the
roll-on? They're all roll-ons.
Oh, these are all roll-ons.
Yes. Now they are not antiperspirant because you need to perspirate. You need to get rid of impurities. So what these do is they prevent the lymphatic system from getting blocked. They actually work on cleansing the lymphatic system and all the glands and your sweat glands, and they help to balance. Citrus, the cypress is one of the main ingredients there, and it balances the sweat glands. And so essential oils...
So it's not going to keep you from sweating.
It's not going to keep you from sweating, but it's going to balance your sweat glands so that
you won't be.
So that you perspire the correct amount and that your lymph glands aren't blocked, and there are no ingredients in there that's going to cause cancer either.
I find that really interesting. I don't perspire. I do occasionally around my face, but that's it. And that sounds really unhealthy to me.
Well, your lymph glands could be blocked. Your lymphatic system could be sluggish.
That would open them up?
It would clean them. Yes, it would assist. It would help in cleaning them.
Okay, now I want all of those. All right, here we go. I'm making a pile. Okay. All right, now... what next?
Well, I want to talk about these carrier oils because these oils are the base oils.
I saw that in your book called Carrier, as if carrying something. Okay,
yes.
Carrier oils.
They can be called vegetable oils. They can be called base oils, but most of the time they refer to as carrier oils because they carry the essential oil. The oils that I use are, you can see some of them are double certified as organic, and some of them are double certified as well as kosher, and they're all cold pressed. And if you look at the wheat germ, which is slightly out of my reach, so I will reach for it.
There you go.
But you can see the color, you can see the quality. When
beautiful.
I phoned, I looked to find the best wheat germ oil that I could find in America, and because of the quantity that I ordered, she said to me, what do you want to do with all that wheat germ? And I said, well, I make products. And she said, oh, no, you don't want this one. It's the top of the human grade. You want the animal grade. And I said, no, I don't. I want the best. If it's going on my body, it's going in my body. So I don't want any animal grade stuff going in. So I only use the absolute best. The grapeseed oil.
Well, wait. What would I do with this? This is the...
the wheat germ, that is what's in my products.
Okay.
My face cream
so you
is
use
made
this in your products, but if you buy it just plain like this...
You can put it in your salads, and you can even drink it. That is vitamin E. It's just
that would
pure,
be terrific.
Beautiful vitamin E.
Can I use it on my face, on my skin?
If you wanted to. Okay. It's very strong smelling. If you open it and you smell it, you'll smell the wheat germ. It's so, so rich because it's cold. It's cold extracted.
Oh, but I like that. I like that odor. I really do. That's great. All right, so you use this pure.
Yes. Okay. And look at the avocado oil. Look at that.
That's beautiful.
Yes.
And again, what do we use this for?
And that I also use in my products. I use that a lot with the children range. And
now this is organic, virgin organic.
Yes.
Well, why couldn't you use this on your skin?
You can, absolutely.
You
any of these. You could put it in your salads. You could drink it.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And the grapeseed is full of antioxidants as well. And so you can see from the color of the oils that I use extremely high quality, the best I can find.
Can I open this one?
Mm-hmm.
This is, oh my. That's lovely. I want that.
And this is the face cream. This is the one I gave you as a gift.
Oh, thank you very much.
Now this one...
Now, what's the difference in these two?
This one here is the eczema psoriasis cream. So that is a skin treatment oil. It has chamomile german in it, which is very high as an anti-inflammatory. And it has bergamot and patchouli, parsley seed, carrot seed, petitgrain, lavender, and lemon. And but people need to also understand, Pat, that you cannot just eat junk, have your skin break out, and then apply a cream
and be better.
Doesn't work like that, because it's what you put into your body that causes you to break out in the first place.
So if we're eating Twinkies and French fries and hamburgers, fried chicken, all of this won't make a lot of difference until we get more vegetables in us, right?
Now, the face cream is more than just a moisturizer. It is actually a skin food. It is cell regenerating and cell rejuvenating. It has frankincense, which is cell rejuvenating. It has...
Is that this one?
Yes.
Okay.
It has rose and neroli and geranium, which is cell regenerating. It has lemon in it, which softens the skin and causes the pores to shrink. So for people with enlarged pores...
it would cause them to shrink.
And it's a skin food more than just a moisturizer.
Oh, I love the way that sounds, a skin food. That sounds really good. You know what? We need to take one last commercial break. We'll be right back with you with Cecilia Salveson and her wonderful line of products. So stay with us.
You don't have to travel far to look how the LDS Church carried out the Lord's mandate in taking the restored gospel to the entire world. Fernando and Queta Gomez have now opened in Provo an extension of a museum that was established in Mexico City 20 years ago with the objective of collecting, preserving, and exhibiting such information. Their inspiration comes from his Aunt Consuelo's legacy, which inspired them in securing such incredible Mormon history. The seeds planted by hundreds of missionaries from Zion since the 1800s are reflected in the exhibits along with testimonies of local Mexican saints. Newspapers that were published in Mexico during the 1800s give not only the history of the LDS Church, but detail its doctrine as well. The Museum of Mormon Mexican History opens Tuesday to Friday, 2 to 6, Saturday, 10 to 6. Visit us at 1501 North Canyon Road in Provo. Admission is free. For group visits or information, call 801-830-1468. 830-1468.
Off to a refiner. Stop! Here's a better idea. Take your old jewelry and diamonds to the Jeweler's Bench. We are conveniently located in downtown Provo at 275 North University Avenue. I'm Daniel Broadbent, owner of the Jeweler's Bench. We are experienced in selling and buying fine jewelry. We give you an honest evaluation of what your pieces are worth, then give you several options. The Jeweler's Bench can buy your jewelry for cash now, or sell it for you on consignment, or even repair it or make it into something new. We buy antique jewelry, broken, worn-out jewelry, new jewelry, coins, or any other kind of precious metal. We will evaluate and give you the best value for your diamonds. Gold is high. Now is the time to sell. You need to convert that valuable stuff that you are not using into something that you can use right now. Come to the Jeweler's Bench for an immediate free evaluation. We are open Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. at 275 North University Avenue, downtown Provo. We'd love to help you soon.
Welcome back. This is Pat Sheranian. My guest today is Cecilia Salveson. We're talking about her wonderful products. And I do have a question right off the top for you. You put all these formulas together, and you can do specialized requests. You can bring people in and help them make their own formula, show them how to do it. With all of this going on, these must be totally different than things that are commercialized, products that are out, in the drugstores and Rite Aid and wherever, and or that people have that are in network marketing. So how do they differ? I mean, there has to be a huge difference, but what is it?
It is the fragrance. If you go to commercial products, they can make fragrances that smell like lemon and strawberries and apple and vanilla and just so many artificial fragrances. The people in general are extremely drawn to these sweet fragrances, smells like burnt sugar, and it smells great, but it's not good for the body. Those oils should never, or those fragrances should never be applied to the body because they are not natural.
I started to say they're artificial?
They are artificial,
okay.
yes. And the one thing that's probably the biggest problem is to get people to understand that natural has a different fragrance. Natural smells woody, earthy, leafy, barky. It smells like bark. If you're using cinnamon bark, that's what it smells like. If you're using cypress and you smell cypress leaves, that's what it smells like. And so these fragrances are not your sweet, what I call Victoria's Secret fragrances or any of the others out there. They are very earthy. They're very down to earth. If you smell the essential,
but I like
the
this.
moisturizer.
It has a very clean smell.
Yes, but you'll smell the wheat germ that's
what,
in
yes,
there.
yes,
You'll
I
smell
can
the
smell
wheat
that.
germ, and very often people will say, oh, but that smell, it's just a matter of getting used to natural fragrances. It's a new education. It's like learning to eat organic. It's like learning to eat natural foods.
I was going to say, because I didn't want to be diabetic anymore, then I tried to cut out all my sugar. When I did, everything tasted sweet. It was a crazy thing. Everything had a better taste, and I could identify the tastes and smells. Then I thought, okay, celery has a very poignant taste, but I didn't smell it. Then suddenly I could smell it when all the sugar was out of my body.
Right.
And everything had just a more desirable taste. People that are vegans, they learn to eat all kinds of vegetables. After a while, I've eaten vegan, and for a while, I love to have somebody cook for me. Would you like to volunteer to do all my cooking? Or really fixing, because raw food is still the best for the body. Would you tell me that?
Yes, at least 51% of what we eat today should be raw. Should be raw in the form of salads or fruits, whatever vegetables we have. It doesn't have to be 100% raw. There are people who are 100% raw, and that is fantastic for them. And then people who are not should try and have at least 51% raw
on their plates.
But there should be raw food in their diets during the day.
Throughout the day, and not overdose. Diabetics. Once you get over being a diabetic, one reason you've cut out most of the sugar, and then you think you can eat all the fruit that you want to, but you can't, because there is a lot of sugar, natural sugar, but still there's sugar in fruit. And I found if I eat more vegetables, that I get along better.
Vegetables are healing. Fruit is cleansing.
Oh, see?
And protein builds and repairs the body.
Someone told me years ago, and I think about it, if I ever put red meat in my mouth, that it takes a week for a hamburger to go into your intestines, and it's dead meat to start with, and it sits there for about a week and dies some more before it passes through your body. I have no idea if that's true or not, but it certainly does slow one down from eating hamburger and red meat.
Well, meat should be organic. If we're going to eat meat, whether it is chicken or red meat, it should be organic. That is a clean burning fuel. The other meat, what I call factory animals, are not clean burning fuel, because what they feed them byproducts, and they feed them stuff I wouldn't even feed my dog. So they become what they eat, and we become what they eat. So we become what we eat.
We need a lot more time to do this. We did not get to the perfumes. We did not get to these. What are these little guys?
That is Sparkle. This is the toothpaste replacement.
Okay, and there's so many more things we're going to talk about that at break I asked Cecilia if she would come back and visit with us again. Please call her, and she said yes. 801-434-5467. 434-5467. She can give you a lot of information, and if we're lucky enough, we'll have her back with us again on a Monday, maybe more than one, and we'll go through all of these products. You can take notes and create your own diet as we're going along. In fact, I want to hear some of your recipes, and we need to talk about that. So we appreciate your being with us today. I certainly am happy to have you here. I've waited a long time to get you into a business with me. This is Pat Sheranian and Cecilia Salveson. Bye-bye.